You ever try to wash a car when your kids are around? Well, today we're gonna try to attempt to do that. I have a home-based detailing business and it was summertime, my kids were off from school, and I normally actually have them help me. I do pay them. They make at least $10 an hour when they help me. But when we're dealing with customers' vehicles, sometimes the joke within the industry is that customers will think their vehicle is not that bad. Well, this one was actually not that bad. This was just a basic maintenance and the perfect opportunity for my kids to work with me, learn a little bit about detailing, and feel like they've accomplished something really great. But I oftentimes see customers struggling with knowing what products to use and not knowing how to maintain their vehicles in between details. I probably shouldn't do this, but as a professional detailer, I'm going to share with you guys some insider tips and products and how you can save some money and detail your vehicle yourself. Before we even vacuum the vehicle out, because this carpet is more on the plush side, if I were to try to vacuum this right away, I'd be fighting a lot of static and the dirt wouldn't come up easily. So using a drill brush like this is going to fluff the fibers, lift the dirt onto the surface, and then we can use a blower like this to blow out all the dirt from your carpets, even your cup holders, nooks and crannies, to help give you faster results when it comes to cleaning your plastics. Now this is a variable speed heated filtered blower from the Keys 37. And I need to remind you guys, for those of you who had followed me, yes, this is pre-compressor Chelsea. So these are the tools that I used before I had a compressor. So whenever you're doing kind of a basic maintenance on your interior, you don't necessarily have to go straight for the vacuum. I showcase this tool a lot and we are going to blow it out first, but since Mercedes-Benz, some of your nicer vehicles, sometimes they have a more plush carpet, dirt, dust, pet hair, things like that are going to stick to it. And so when you go to vacuum, if you haven't agitated those things or kind of fluffed the fibers of the carpet, it's going to make it more difficult to kind of remove that. So be careful around wires and things like that because it will pull them out. You can see how all that dust, pet hair is coming up. Now if your seats are really bad and you've got a lot of dead skin in those seats, just be prepared. It's gonna be gross. Now that we've kind of fluffed all of the fibers and I've got a lot of stuff kind of airborne, now we can come in and use our blower. We're gonna kind of start at the top and we're gonna work from the middle and push our dirt out. So what's nice, you see this flexible head right here? You can get that right up on your carpet to blow anything that's kind of stuck in out. Up to 160 miles an hour of air. Being that this is a variable speed, you can have just a gentle puff if you want to control the dirt, or hurricane-like force winds. We're going to push this out. But maintenance is key, and that's what we're doing today. We're just doing a basic maintenance on this vehicle. It doesn't need much more, but when you keep up with maintenance, it will be easier to maintain. That's the whole point of maintenance. If you don't want to have to spend hundreds of dollars on a full detail, two basic tools like this, I practically don't even need to vacuum. Most people would probably be satisfied with their interior like this. So for those of you that are just wanting to do a quick clean of your vehicle, these two right here are gonna make a world of a difference. Now, if you have impossible carpet, you might need something a little bit more powerful, like a compressor and a blowout tool, to be able to blast all of the dirt out. You can also use something like a vacuum aid or some sort of fabric softener at like a 1:4 dilution ratio to help break the static bond between the hair and dust that's in your carpets. Mist that on and then vacuum, and sometimes that can give you better results without having to fight static electricity. We pulled out all of the mats, that way we can clean underneath of them. And since we already did the drill brush on them, now my daughter can very easily vacuum everything up. She loves helping me. It only took about 10 minutes of work for us to do this, but it shaved at least a half an hour of work off of the detail. Now all we need to do is clean anything that is stuck or stained on our plastics and leather, and we're gonna shift gears and get the exterior cleaned with ADS's products. Some people do tires and wheels last, but I always do them first. This is just gonna help eliminate any sort of water spots on your paint and glass. We're using ADS tire cleaner and wheel cleaner, perfect for deep cleaning these surface areas. We have a really nice color changing formula, really great lubrication. And I was planning on doing a contact wash, but my pressure washer had other plans. So we ran into a little bit of a situation that hopefully is easy to fix. I have my AR Blue pressure washer, and it started kind of surging and it didn't have really good pressure. And the last time I had this problem, it was actually my quick disconnect from my water line to the pressure washer. It was allowing air to get into the line, and it was kind of losing pressure. So we are kind of down a part. We're gonna have to run to Lowe's and pick up a replacement quick disconnect. We're gonna go old school. We're gonna just use a standard hose. We're not gonna be able to foam our soap on. The vehicle actually isn't that dirty that we really need to foam the vehicle down. In fact, I could almost do a rinseless wash on this. The vehicle's not that bad. Who wants to see Hero and what it can do on the outside? Because I was actually planning on using Hero on the inside, not necessarily on the outside. So we're gonna do a rinseless wash on this baby. So shout out to ADS for actually dumbing it down for the standard person, because whenever these manufacturers say 256 to 1, everyone always says, what is that? 1 ounce per 2 gallons rinseless wash or pre-soak. You can see we can use it as a clay loop or as a waterless wash as well. So if we are 1 ounce to 2 gallons and we have 3 gallons of water in here. Ooh, I like that smell. What is that smell? I can't, it's super fruity, like a Starburst. All right, so we've got 1 ounce to 2 gallons. So we're gonna do 1.5 ounces in our detailing keg. When we come to our actual bucket, we are gonna do probably 2 gallons of water. So that's where we will be at our 1 ounce solution to 2 gallons of water. Now this is where I probably lost some of you, because you're thinking, I am not buying a detailing keg. Well, you could buy something like a Fantic sprayer. It works just as well, has really nice pressure and nice capacity, so that way we can pre-rinse the vehicle with our rinseless wash. So for our rinseless wash, we're gonna be using the DIY Detail, their rinseless sponge. You can see it helps pull the dirt into all these grooves away from the paint, but it's super soft. We've got 2 sides of cleaning that we can use, a nice grip. So we're gonna drop that in. And then we also have some smaller drying towels. I don't like to use larger ones, especially on a rinseless wash. You don't wanna drag them on the ground, but you're gonna really not need a ton of dryingness, because the rinseless wash isn't a lot of moisture that you have to dry, but this just helps you to work safe, quick, and efficient. For those of you who have never done a rinseless wash, it can be pretty scary, but you put in your solution into your bucket, let your sponge soften in that solution, and then you'll see we want a steady stream of solution coming out of our sponge. We're also going to use a ceramic detailer as a drying aid. This basically is a wash and seal simultaneously. But we're going to pre-treat all of our panels with our rinseless wash. This is going to help break down, emulsify, and soften any of the dirt and pollen on the panel. Then we go over in straight lines, not scrubbing, just gently going over the panel. And then before we dry, we spray 1 or 2 sprays of our ceramic detailer and then dry everything. This is the perfect way to do a quick maintenance on your vehicle and can literally take you 15 to 20 minutes to get everything washed and protected. Now, if you have grit on your paint, you can also do a wash, clay, and seal to decontaminate it. I've got to say, if you are using this rinseless wash with a clay towel, this has a sick amount of lubrication. It just glides over the paint. So with a clay towel, this is a really great combination. I'm just doing the front grille with the clay towel because of the amount of bugs that we have on it. It just kind of gives us a little bit more scrubbing capabilities. And then we're going to come in with our detailer. Give everything quick dry. It is going to be a little diluted with our rinseless wash, so it's probably not going to have full strength of protection. But when you're maintaining a vehicle, you can do this every time you wash your vehicle. It will kind of stack ever so slightly, but not to the point where you're kind of doubling. But their detailer is a great product to just maintain a vehicle with. If you don't want to wax your vehicle as frequently, you can always use their dedicated sealant. This is perfect for those that maybe you're looking for that quick cleaning before date night, or maybe you live in an apartment or somewhere where there's limited water access. You can have the Fantic or detailing keg to pre-treat the surfaces, even if we have heavier dirt on the vehicle. This is perfect for softening the dirt and then being safe. Obviously, there's common sense that needs to rule. We're starting at the top, working our way down, and then we're rinsing our sponge after every panel, and then using the ceramic detailer as a drying aid. Again, this is just giving us extra lubrication, extra safety, so that way we don't damage the paint. This vehicle wasn't that bad, and this is the perfect situation to use a rinseless wash, so that way we can keep up with maintenance. How long does their ceramic detailer protection last? I would say it's going to last anywhere from 1 to 3 months based on how you maintain your vehicle and how frequently you're washing it. But if we're applying this every wash, that might be all you need. But for those that maybe want something a little bit more durable, they have their ceramic sealant that's going to last you probably closer to 6 months. So if you want something a little bit more durable, you can always apply their ceramic spray sealant. Now, this can streak ever so slightly. Less is more with these products. You don't want to go super heavy, just one spray per panel. But if you're working kind of in the sun and you start to notice some streaking like I am right here, what you want to do, just kind of work it into the paint. Try to massage it as much as you can. We have just a damp microfiber with barely any water on it, and we're just going to go over that, kind of even it out. But we're just kind of taking off some of those high spots. It is a SiO2 product, and so you can get a little bit of kind of like high spots or streaking appearance. So just, you can see barely any water on our dry side, and that is a quick way to apply a ceramic sealant even in direct sunlight without streaking. Now for that cherry on top for the exterior, we're going to be using their Tire Plus conditioner. I much prefer a water-based dressing like this, and it's just going to give you that perfect pop of gloss. So now this is where my kids are going to start earning their pay, and they're going to finish vacuuming out the interior. While they do that, I'm going to work on the plastics and leather using Armour Pilot Interior Detailer. Now this is a unique interior detailer because this can be used on interior surfaces from hard plastics and piano trims to chrome, fabric, leather, vinyl, alcantara, screens, and even glass. This can literally be used on every surface on the interior. Now, interior detailers are typically perfect for basic maintenances like this, but most are going to be limited with their cleaning capabilities. But when you actually combine this with the right tools, and that's where I'm saying we want to use something like an Auto Fiber Scrub Ninja, that's going to help you give you that scrubbability to get in all of your textured surfaces of your leather, or even maybe we have some high touch areas where there's a heavy buildup of body oil. You can see just a few gentle swipes, and our Pilot and Scrub Ninja did a great job at removing deeper grime and staining on our plastics. So now with one product, we've replaced a plastic cleaner, a leather cleaner, and a glass cleaner. Not only does it clean great, but it smells great too. It has like a spiced pear scent. And on top of cleaning, we're also protecting simultaneously because this has UV absorbers within it that's going to help encapsulate dirt, and it also has anti-static properties, so that way we're not going to have accelerated dust recapturing on those surfaces. It's like the perfect product for your interiors. This was a cool mom moment. My son actually asked if he could make the stripes on the carpets just to give it that little bit of extra pop. We don't need to do this, but I mean, if he wants to, why not? Last but not least, we're gonna get all of our glass dialed in. We're using their rinseless wash once again in a misting sprayer. You only need a few drops. You don't need to go crazy, because honestly, the biggest part with clean glass is minimal residue. Rinseless washes are a great way to very quickly dial in your glass inside and out and give you streak-free results. So we're gonna go ahead, get all of our glass done, and then pull it out and examine it and see what our basic maintenance results were. This took about 2 hours from start to finish, and it turned out so good. We all know that there's way too many products on the market, and you could waste a lot of time and a lot of money on products that just don't deliver. One of the things I love most about ADS products is that you get great results with minimal effort. And for those of you that are looking to keep up with maintenance on your vehicles, these are the perfect products to deliver quick results but give you a really great experience. But shout out to Charlie and Mackenzie for giving me a hand with this detail. You guys did a fantastic job. For any of you who want to try out these products or tools for yourself, we're going to put the affiliate links as well as any coupon codes in the video description box down below. But after we're done watching this video, do me a favor. Go out and wash your car. You probably need it. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next detail.